My best friend and my boyfriend are sitting here having a date. I've never seen two people have more shock on their face. Like, they're like, oh shit, oh shit. Like, I seen the spirit leave their body because they were so fucking scared. Hey y'all, welcome back to the Chan. Today I have a story time. Yo, y'all be loving the story time. So I'm here to provide, I'm here to get. But before I start, if you're not subscribed yet, you have 2 seconds, at like literally 2 seconds to go subscribe right now. Did you do it? Alright, I'm gonna trust that you did it. I'm gonna trust that you did it, big bro. Anyways, I've been waiting a long time to tell this story because it really burns me up. It boils my blood, and I'm just not for it. But I'm gonna tell it because it's interesting, and I know y'all gonna eat it up. So I'm here. Here's your plate. Let's start. So to start this story off, y'all already see what the title is. I caught my best friend and my boyfriend on a date together. And to be clear, this is not my boyfriend that I'm with right now. This is an ex that we not going to talk about. Okay? And I'm going to give him a different name. And I'm not going to tell y'all the timeline because y'all motherfuckers is some investigators. And y'all going to try to figure out who it is. Stop. Calm down. For this story time, what are we gonna call people? My best friend at the time, I'm gonna call her Cassie. If you know, you know. It's from Euphoria. And my boyfriend at that time, for this story time, I'm gonna call him Nate. We just gonna use Euphoria characters because why not? It makes sense with the story, and y'all gonna see how. So this guy I was dating, I met him through Cassie, and basically Cassie's boyfriend that wasn't her boyfriend. You know how girls be with guys that's not really their boyfriend, but they act like they together? It was like that. I met Nate through Cassie's boyfriend. Before we started dating, she would always call me after when they were together because Cassie's boyfriend and Nate were always together because they were like best friends. And every time Cassie would hang out with her boyfriend, Nate would be there. And then she would call me and be like, oh, Nate said that he want to see what's up. He trying to see what's up. He wants you. And I always would be like, no. Because at the time, I had just got out of a relationship. And I was really, like right now, I was like, fuck all these boys. I'm cool. I don't want a relationship. I'm trying to get to this bag. I don't fucking like y'all. Y'all are disgusting. So that's how I felt at this time. So every time she would call me like, oh, I'm with Nate and he said that he wants you. He trying to see what's up. I'd be like, no. But you know, eventually, obviously, I gave in and I just wanted to see like what was up because he kept trying. Like it was like a month of her just calling me saying he said he wants you. He said he wants you. I'm like, is he gonna give up? So, you know, when somebody apply enough pressure, you just gonna give in. Well, me, I just gave in, which is stupid now that I know. But I just gave in and I started talking to him and we started dating. And we were dating for a while. And during the time we were dating, it was a lot of red flags that I was just ignoring. Because, you know, when you get into a relationship and you think you in La La Land, you gonna ignore a lot of red flags. You know what I mean? So, one red flag was that Cassie and Nate were always on the phone. Like, we would be on FaceTime and he would be like, oh, hold up, Cassie calling me. I'm like, ain't that your best friend, girlfriend? Why the fuck she keep calling you? At the time, I just like, you know how you peep something but you don't like say anything? Like I was just like whatever, like, and like I said, they knew each other before me, so I thought they was just cool. So I didn't really say nothing about it. I was just like whatever. But like it was so weird, like when we together I would look through his phone and she would be all in his call log, but then I would go to the text messages and there would be no messages. So and then his excuse will always be, oh, it's just cause she might call me to tell me something that her boyfriend's doing because like I said, they're best friends. So he would like make dumbass excuses like, oh, I called her because I wanted to see what her boyfriend was doing. I'm like, well, why the fuck you ain't call her boyfriend? And why the fuck you calling her to figure out what he doing? But I'm like, whatever. And why is there no messages between y'all two? Why do y'all gotta get on the phone? Why can't y'all text? And if y'all were texting, why did you delete the messages? Anyways, at the time, I was just like, fuck it, whatever. That's my best friend and I trust her. So I'm not gonna sit here and make an argument about my best friend because one, like I said, they knew each other before me. And two, that's her best friend. Like, I didn't think that she would be on weird shit. I should have known the fuck better though. But like, looking back on it, like, I'm really a fucking idiot. Like, what the fuck? Like, why you keep asking about Cassie? Is Cassie coming with us? Like, we're going on a date. What the fuck do you want Cassie to be sitting next to me for? So I should have been like, knew something like was up when he was doing that, but I didn't. I'm an idiot. I was an idiot back then. So everybody goes through an idiot phase. Don't even tell me you didn't. Like, so fast forward, my family ended up planning a trip to Florida, and my best friend would always go on trips with us. So when we planned it, my dad was like, oh, you can bring one of your friends. Most likely you're gonna bring Cassie because I always brought her on every trip we went on. So I called her and I was like, hey, hold on, they got a loud ass siren outside. Damn. So I called her and I was like, hey, we're going on a family trip. If you want to come, just let me know so I can tell my dad. So Cassie's mom was very not strict at all. Like, her mom really didn't give a fuck about nothing she did. So when I asked her to go on the trip, I already knew she was gonna be like, yeah, I can go, like whatever, like, you know, my mom don't care. But this time when I asked her, she was like, I don't know, I gotta ask my mom, like I always do. I didn't think anything of it because it's like, yeah, your mom not strict, but I don't know what's going on in your family. Like, maybe you need to ask her this time. Like, I don't know. This is probably like 3 weeks before the trip. Probably like 3 weeks before the trip. Fast forward, it's getting closer to the trip, and I think like it was the week of the trip, like, because we were going on the weekend, so it was the week of the trip, and it was like a Tuesday. And I had asked her, I was like, hey, did you ever figure out if you can come on a trip with me? She was like, she made up a dumbass excuse. She was like, no, I gotta help my mom with something. Anytime somebody say they gotta help their mom with something, they fucking lying. I promise you, unless they really gotta help their mom with something. But I was just like, oh, okay. At this point, I knew something was up, because I'm like, you don't gotta help your mom with nothing. What the fuck you gotta help your mom with? So at this point, I knew something was weird, but I was like, you know what, I'm not even gonna like do anything, because it's like, maybe she just don't want to go. Whatever, fuck it. So it gets a little bit closer to the trip, and I start realizing, I was like, wait, I don't want to go by myself. Like, I don't want to be by myself. Like, yeah, I'm gonna be with my family, but you know when you go on a trip and you want to be with your friends. Like, you want to, like, you know, you go out with your friends and you want to do hood rat shit with your friends. Like, you don't want to be with your family 24/7 while you on vacation. You know what I mean? I was like, why don't I just ask my boyfriend if he wants to come? I had called Nate. I was like, do you want to come on the trip? He was like, what weekend is it? I was like, it's this weekend. He was like, oh no, I gotta go to my man's graduation. I was like, your man's graduation. And yo, this sound weird because keep in mind, all his friends already graduated. So I'm like, what fucking graduation? He's like, my man's but he made up some fucking name. I was like, I never heard of you having a friend called whatever he said. And he's like, what, you're lying, you know I got a friend called that. He like, why you getting mad at me because I got something to do? I would want to go on a trip with you, but I can't. I'm like, all right, whatever. So at this point, I'm like, fuck it, bro, I gotta go with myself. Like, fuck it. I'm like, whatever, I'm not about to sit here and beg somebody to come with me. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm just gonna turn up with my fam. And another weird thing about it is, I was like, how the fuck is graduation on a weekend? But hear me out, some people do have graduation on weekends, so it's whatever. But Nate's parents were also like Cassie's parents. Nate's parents literally didn't give a fuck about nothing he did. He could walk out the house and say, hey, I'm going to hell, I'll be back tomorrow. And they'd be like, okay, have fun, bring me back some fire. So fast forward to the end of the week. It's Friday. My dad is like, all right, we getting ready to go, blah, blah, blah. So my dad decided that he wanted to go out to eat before we left, because we were driving there and he likes to drive at night. So we decided to go get dinner somewhere and then leave to go to Florida. So we decided to go to this Applebee's that was pretty close to where we were living. It's because they had some deal going on, and my dad is a deal whore. If he can find a deal at a restaurant, he's going to get that for $20. Keep it a bean. We got Applebee's and I'm chilling, eating my food, and then I hear a rumble tumble in my stomach. So I'm like, oh shit, I gotta go to the bathroom. And for some reason, every time I eat out, I really be having to go to the bathroom so bad, and I don't know what it is. Like, so I go in the bathroom and I'm, you know, on the toilet trying to push this waste out of my body, and I get a message from Nate, and he's talking about, oh, have fun on your trip. I'm like, oh, that's so sweet, thank you. Anyways, I open the stall door and I see a girl walk by, and I'm in my head like, she looked just like Cassie. I'm like, that was weird. She looked just like her. I'm like, whatever. So I just thought it was like a lookalike, because you know how like you might see somebody that look like somebody anytime like you doing something. So I was like, oh shit, I gotta call her later on and tell her that I just seen a bitch that looked just like her. So I walk out of the bathroom and then I see her walking away, and then I look a little harder. I'm like, wait, that's fucking Cassie. I'm like, she didn't tell me she was gonna be at Applebee's today. Is this what you helping your mom with? So I go follow her to say hi, like to be like, oh bitch, we here at the same time. Like, you know what I mean? You see your best friend in public and she don't see you gonna go walk up to her and try to surprise her like, hey bitch, like, why you here? I'm walking towards her, and then I see the table that it looked like she walking to, and I look at the table. Why the fuck is Nate sitting at the table? Why is my boyfriend sitting at the table? I'm like, okay, maybe I'm seeing shit. So I start walking a little bit closer, and it's him. His head is down in his phone, but you know when it's your boyfriend, you know who your boyfriend is. You can see you know who your boyfriend is without even needing to see their face. You see that hair, you see that fat ass head, you see them fat ass shoulders, you know that's your boyfriend. So I'm like, didn't he just text me and say have a good trip? My mood and my facial expression has never changed so quickly in a situation. Like, I'm walking over there smiling, and then I stop in my tracks and my heart falls to my ass. Like, you know that feeling when your heart dropped? Like, that's exactly how it felt. So I was like, let me make sure I'm not tripping. So I go back to my table, I sit down, and I text Nate, and I'm like, hey, what you doing? I think I just said, what you doing? And he texted back like this. He was like, watching TV. He was like, nothing. I remember he was like, nothing, watching TV. And that's when my blood started boiling, because why you lying? Why you lying? I just seen you at the table and you was eating wings and fries. You're not watching TV. You're eating wings and fries at the table with my best friend. So I was like, oh, okay, FaceTime me real quick. Trying to make it seem like I don't know nothing. I don't know what's going on because they didn't see me. I know they didn't see me because she had her back turned and he was in his phone. So I know they didn't see me. So I texted him like, hey, FaceTime me. He's like, oh, hold up. I'm like, fuck you mean hold up? Fuck you mean? What you mean hold up? What you mean hold up? So at this point, I'm like, okay, it's definitely him because he's telling me to hold up. If you was doing nothing, just watching TV and I said FaceTime me, you should have FaceTime me immediately. So this is when I was like, all right, fuck this. I'm about to walk up and go to the table because y'all not about to make me look stupid. Y'all not about to make me look dumb. So I got up and I walked my ass across the restaurant because they were sitting on the other side of the restaurant. So we were like in this section over here and they were like all the way over here. I get up and I walk my ass to the other side of the restaurant and I walk to the table. And as I was walking up, I was like, my brain was like trying to comprehend like, yo, this is really dumb. Like I was walking to the table, I'm like, bro, what the fuck? This is really dumb sitting here at the table having a little fucking date. My best friend and my boyfriend are sitting here having a date. So I get to the table and I'm just standing there looking at him. I remember I'm just sitting there looking at him like, and y'all know that death stare, you know that death stare I'm talking about. I'm like, and then they both, I've never seen two people have more shock on their face. Like they're like I seen the spirit leave their body because they were so fucking scared. Yeah, you should be. Because what the fuck? Like, what are the odds? What are the odds that we would all be here together right now? So you telling me both y'all couldn't come on a trip with me. Neither one of y'all come on a trip with me because y'all played a little datey date to Applebee's. So y'all fucking. I mean, I don't know. You take a bitch to Applebee's and I think y'all fucking. I'm just looking at them. I remember I said nothing. I said nothing to them. I was just looking. I probably stood there for like a minute and I just walked away. Nobody said anything to me. They didn't speak. They just looked at me. They literally just looked at me. And it was so weird. Like you're wrong. Like say something. Like what the fuck? I shouldn't be the one to be like, ah! No, y'all need to say something. So neither one of them say something. So I'm like, okay, y'all ain't shit. So I walk back to the table and I'm not really the type to let my family know what's going on when it's happening, especially when it comes to relationship stuff. So I sat down at the table and I pulled out my phone and I blocked both of them. But I hope y'all know I ain't just take my L in silence. I definitely went back to my seat, pulled out my phone. Like I said, I blocked them. And then I went to go text Cassie's boyfriend and I was like, you know Cassie and my boyfriend are out here on a date right now? Did you know that? Did you know your best friend out here on a date with your girlfriend? Did you know that? He was like, what? Like, all I remember him saying is, what? So she told me that she was going to Florida with you. So you telling me both these idiots lied to go on a date to Applebee's. After that conversation, I left it all alone. And I was just like, you know what? I'm going to go on my trip. I'm going to have a little bit of fun. And I'm never going to speak to any of them ever again in my life. And I don't know what they're doing to this day. I don't know what happened after that situation. But I hope they're sad together. Yeah, and that's about it. That's about the end of the story. If you guys like the video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. If you want more story times, I'll provide them. Just let me know. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.